I just realized that as I became comfortable in the secret place of discerning his voice, I then could go out and practice it as I do life, okay? So a couple of years ago, I was out and I was about to go to the movie theaters with my friend to go see the new Spider-Man movie. I absolutely love it. And I remember my friend and I are getting ready to walk into the Spider-Man movie, and he drops me off and says, hey, dude, just go in line, because we didn't know if there would be a long line or not. So I jump out, and there are these two people in front of me, and essentially what happened is, it's actually very interesting. It's this daughter and this mother, and I'm getting ready to walk past them, and I overhear what this girl says, and she says, hey, Mom, my knee and my ankle still hurt. Like, and they're just having a conversation about it. She's like, I think I'm getting old. And I'm like thinking like, that is so bizarre. You're like 11 years old. You're not getting old. You know, that's just what my mind is thinking. And I'm like thinking, why is her knee and her ankle in pain? Anyway, so I just walk ahead of them. I open the door. I let them through. And I cut past them because they kind of stop and they do something when she's looking at her purse. And I grab my tickets. And I'm just chilling there for a second waiting for my friend because I got his tickets too. And I look back and I just look at these two. I was like, well, I might as well just walk up to them and see why she has physical pain and just see what happens, right? This is a pretty cool story. So I walk up to this mother and this daughter, and I just, in a very calm way, I approach them and say, hey, I know this is kind of strange, but as I was walking past, I heard that you said that you had pain in your knee and your ankle, and why is that? And she looks at me and she said, yeah, I just have pain and da-da-da. And I said, okay. I look at the mom and I said, so she's like, yeah, this has been happening. So essentially what happened is, I look at them and said, I know this sounds very bizarre. I believe that God can still heal for today. Is there any way that I can just pray for you real quick to see if you get healed? And I just did it in a very calm manner. And they're like, sure. I said, just give me 20 seconds. So I get on my knees, I pray for her knee and her ankle, and I feel like the Lord told me to test out her ankle, so I told her to move it around. She essentially gets healed, and she's like her eyes popped, guys. It's hilarious. She's like, oh my gosh. And then the like testing out the knee, I need to finish off the knee, and then I pray for her knee. I told her to start moving it around, and then both of them get healed, and her face was hilarious. Her eyes are like, Mom, the pain is gone. It was just, I was even shocked myself. I'm like, are you serious? And it was just incredible. And the thing is, I remember when I was praying for her knees and her ankles, I remember God spoke to me and said, okay, now tell her to rotate her ankle or to move her knee around. He spoke to me, and the way I was able to discern is that remember what I said, when he speaks, it produces faith and peace behind it. So she's totally blown away. They're like, the mom is like, are you serious? Is this really true? She's like, no, Mom, I promise you. It's like the pain is gone, and it's so funny to watch. Like, this is incredible. Then, check this out. The mom looks at me, and she actually has had elbow like pain right here, and she looked at me, and she's like, hey, I've been having pain right here. Can you pray for me? I'm like, sure. So guys, this is a really funny situation because this is at a movie theater, and this is at the walkway, and people are just walking by looking at us. I'm like, oh Lord, help me. So I mean, how are you doing with your faith? I'm working on mine too. I get embarrassed of stuff. So essentially, what happens is, I'm praying for this this woman for her elbow right here. I'm praying for her, and the Lord gave me a vision of her extending her elbow out like that, and he said, Josh, tell her to do that and she'll be healed. I was like, hey man, can you do this real quick? She does it, and dude, she starts like tearing up. She's like, oh my gosh, the pain is gone. And the daughter is shocked. She is shocked. I give them a hug. I'm shocked. It was just incredible, and you feel the presence of God all over it. It was just so wild to like experience. So that is a cool story how I've seen God heal people before I went to go see the movies. And I remember watching my Spider-Man movie just completely amazed by what God did, okay?